From a Sunsplash, Mascoutah, Illinois, welcome to Mascoutah Indians Baseball on the Indian Sports Network. Thrilled to have you with us this afternoon. Can't believe it is already game 4 of the Indians regular season here in 2026 as we are ready and getting set to go for game number 4, second home game of the year for the Indians as they have started the year off 3-0 to start the regular season. My name is Owen Jester. So glad you could join us for this edition of Indians Baseball. Always a pleasure to bring you baseball. The Indians coming off a game on Monday afternoon. Traveled down over to Centralia. Game the Indians won 11-1. 11-1. It was a very good game. The Indians were led on that game. Gabe James, the junior infielder, 3 for 4 on Thursday. Scored 3 times, drove in 2. Carson Moore today, 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Had a double in that game. Nate Walker had a double 2 RBI game at a 2 for 4 afternoon. It was a good one. Nate Walker had a home run on Monday in Centralia. And a good one. It was a game in which the Indians had some good pitching around as well. Brandon Klein, a good 3 innings of work. 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run, punched out 7 over 3 innings. Jackson Grindstaff in relief, pitched 3 innings, struck out 1, and Mason Bennett run an inning with 2 strikeouts. And it is just about time for baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon. Let's get you over to Luke Simmons on the PA as we get the lineups on the opening lineups from the anthem here on the Indian Sports Network.
Leading off, number 9, pitcher Reed Newmeyer. Batting second, number 12, third baseman Connor Gray. Batting third, number 10, catcher Brody Lindemann. Batting fourth, number 21, designated hitter Logan Walter. Batting fifth, number 8, left fielder Angus Gartland. Batting sixth, number 4, shortstop Adam Smith. Batting seventh, number 34, right fielder Nasir Fairs. Batting eighth, number 1, second baseman J.J. Cates. Batting ninth, number 26, center fielder Carnell Dixon. And now the lineup for your Mascoutah Indians. Leading off, number 1, shortstop Nolan Liebert. Batting second, number 9, second baseman Gabe James. Batting third, number 21, pitcher Darren Klein. Batting fourth, number 2, catcher Carson Mole. Batting fifth, number 7, left fielder Nathan Walker. Batting sixth, number 3, center fielder David Schulte. Yay! Batting seventh, number 4, third baseman Mason Bennett. Batting eighth, number 23, first baseman C.J. Epps. Batting ninth, number 8, right fielder Sean Holsey. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Please face towards the football field for the nearest American flag.
And so here we go. It's the Indians and the Lancers on the Indian Sports Network. Get ready for what should be a good one this afternoon. The Lancers 1-1-1. They have a tie on their schedule. They tied with Quincy back on the 19th of March. Was a 7-6 win against Plainfield North on Monday, or excuse me, last Friday. And on Monday beat Mount Prospect, followed the Mount Prospect 9-8 for their first loss of the season. So Darren Klein takes the mound today for the Indians. His second start of the year was 1-0. Had a win in his first start against T-Town Teutopolis back on last Wednesday. Picked up 2 hits, struck out 5. Only gave up 1 run of that 4 innings of work. Got the win. And a 1.75 ERA through his first 4 innings of the season. For the Lancers, their lineup is as follows. Reed Newmeyer leads off in pitches. Connor Gray bats second and plays third base. Brody Lindeman bats third and catches. Logan Walter, the cleanup hitter, to DH. Angus Gartland bats fifth and plays left. Nasir Ferris bats seventh and plays right. Adam Smith bats sixth and plays short. Nasir Ferris bats seventh and plays right. J.J. Cates bats in eighth and plays second. And Cardell Dixon bats ninth in center field. The Indians are on the horn, left to right. It is Nate Walker, David Schulte, and John Holsey in the outfield from left to right. And it's Mason Bennett, Nolan Liebert, Gabe James, and C.J. Epps from third to first. And Carson Mall sets up behind the plate tonight. And he will sets up behind the plate to catch the pitches here this evening. Should be a good one here tonight. Indians and the Lancers, future conference opponents. The Indians making the jump over to the Southwestern Conference a season from now. So these two teams are about to meet each other a lot more than they already do coming up in 2027. Throw to second is down from Mall, and we are ready to play some baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon. Reed Newmeyer leads off for the Lancers. Indians infield converges at the mound, gets high fives all around, fist bumps for Darren Klein. Carson Mall will make his way back to the plate. Newmeyer, the pitcher, ready to go to work, and so are we. It's Indians baseball. It's a Wednesday afternoon. Cannot wait for this one. Newmeyer into the batter's box, taps home plate with his bat, waves it around, motions it out to the pitcher. He's ready to go, so are we. Darren Klein on the mound for the Indians, second start of the year, and he steps off before throwing the first pitch. Beautiful afternoon, 77 degrees on this Wednesday. Newmeyer the batter. Klein works on the third base side of the rubber, and we are underway. First pitch of the afternoon is a strike on the outside corner, 4:38. First pitch here this afternoon, about 8 minutes late. We were waiting on umpires to get to the field. 4:38 first pitch, no balls, 1 strike on the Lancer pitcher. Batting .533 the first 3 games of the year. The 0-1 from Klein. Swinging a tapper toward first. Epps is there to make the play. Bumps off him. He's got it though. Throw to first, and he threw it past Klein. And now it's going to go all the way to the backstop behind home plate. But Newmeyer wasn't all that ready. It's going to be an error on C.J. Epps. And the leadoff man is aboard for the Lancers here in the top of the first inning. Ball took a hop off the chest of Epps. Klein was trying to get to the bag, and Epps threw it right by him. Ended up rolling, and he threw it at an angle that it went all the way to the backstop. But Newmeyer had ran through the base and didn't get a good chance to go to second, so he stays at first. Nobody out top of the first inning. Connor Gray, the third baseman for the Lancers, steps up. And the Indians infield will look to get a ground ball turn 2. Nobody out, 1 away, 1 on, nobody out. First pitch is swung on, fell, tipped into the glove of Mole. 0-1 on Connor Grady. Bit of a windy afternoon down here in this little valley almost down here. Approaching the swamp here at MHS. Klein looks the runner from the stretch, throws to first, trying to pick the runner, and he's safe diving back in. No balls and 1 strike on Connor Gray, batting .455 through the first 3 games of 2026. He's driven in 3 doubles on the year, a walk and a strikeout. The line through 3 games for Gray. Playing third base today for the Lancers. Indians in their black jerseys today. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-2. Indians in their black jerseys. Purple letters trimmed in white. Same with the numbers on the back. The Indian with the crossed bats on the left sleeve. White pants trimmed in black. Lancers in their navy blue jerseys with the powder blue sleeves. Powder blue letters and numbers trimmed in white. The 0-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball hit toward the hole at short. Lieber does it go right through his legs and into left field. So again, another error on the Indians. Lieber had that one take another hop and went under his glove and into left field. So 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Carson Mall goes out to have a conversation with Klein. Coach Coach Eddie's going to walk on out there himself. Probably talk to the infield here a little bit. And we'll see what that's all about. The Indians maybe figure out what's going on. The couple of bad, honestly, it looks like it's been a couple of bad hops. One ball, so the batter now will be Brody Lindeman. 3 games in, 5 runs batted in for the right-handed batting Lindeman. 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, batting .556 through his first 3 games. Early on in 2026, 4th game of the year for both these squads. Klein working out at the stretch early, 2 on, nobody out. Both men have reached off errors on the first 2 batters of the game. Bennett even with the bag at third. Epps holds the runner at first. The pitch. Off speed, a little bit high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Klein looks at the runner at second. Twists his head, now fires the 1-0 pitch. Low and away for a ball, 2-0. Indians just trying to figure out a way to get them out. 2 errors have started this ball game for the Indians. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Corners are in for the Indians, trying to roll a double play here. The 2-0 pitch. Here's a strike call to the outside corner, 2-1. Big gap in right center for the right-handed batting Lindeman. Runners at first and second. That's Manuel at second, Gray at first. Klein works from the belt. Looks to the runner. Now sticks and deals the 1-2-1. Swinging a line drive. Through the glove of Epps of the diving Epps at first into right field. They'll hold the runner at third. That'll be a hit. That'll be a hit. And 3 straight men have reached to start the top of the first inning. An error, and then a line drive just past the diving C.J. Epps and into right field. So the bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the first inning. And bring Logan Walter to the DH to the plate. Being righty, .455 the average, 1 RBI and a double. And the Indians are going to go double play depth on the middle of the infield. They'll play the corners in. Forced out everywhere right now. Nobody out, bases loaded, top of the first inning. Darren Klein works from the stretch. Glove by the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Outfield stays with that big right center field gap with a big right-hander, Walter. No balls and a strike. Corners are in for the Indians on the infield. The 0-1 from Klein. Breaking ball, dropped in for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Indians looking for that first out of the inning. I think it's Gartland on deck, the Lancer left fielder. Calls them all going through his signs. Klein holds the ball behind him. Working from the belt. And the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Logan Walter for the first out of the inning. And that's going to get the Indians 1 out closer. And now the infield will back up a step. Again, 4 outs still everywhere, 1 away. We're in the top of the first inning. No score. Lancers and Indians just underway here on the Indian Sports Network on a Wednesday afternoon. Low. Angus Gartland, a left fielder for the Lancers this afternoon, steps into the batter's box. 1 away. And Klein steps off the mound as Carson Moore will run out to the mound. Get a mound visit here from the Indians catcher. So 1 out. We're in the top of the first inning. Angus Gartland is the batter. No pitches have been thrown yet of the inning in the at-bat. Corners are in. The middle infielders, Liebert and James, looking for the double play. Klein looks the runner at second. That is Gray. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Is up and away for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Klein from the belt with the runners at every base. The pitch. Fastball just off the corner for ball one. For ball two. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Got it with a fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count on Gartland. Klein behind the count. 2-1. Gartland into the driver's seat. Bases loaded. Big room in right center field for Gartland. 2 balls, 1 strike. Klein from the belt. The pitch. Breaking ball, just missed for ball 3. So we have 3 balls and 1 strike on the 5-hole hitter for the Lancers. Batting .417, 3 RBIs, has 3 doubles to his name. Has not walked. He's struck out 6 times in 3 games. He calls time and steps out, taking his way back out of the box. One away, bases loaded. The pitch from Klein. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to run the count full. And it's a 3-2 count with bases loaded, 1 away. So a big spot here for Klein and for Gartland for both. Both guys trying to figure out a way to get a run here. Bases loaded, 1 away. Gartland waves his bat towards Klein a couple times, now brings it back. Klein the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Darren Klein. 2 gone to the first inning. And now in the top of the first inning, we're gonna get the Lancer coach going over. We're gonna get a courtesy runner for the pitcher at third. They're gonna get Newmayer a courtesy runner. The pitcher will go back in, get ready for the bottom half of the inning with 2 away. Adam Smith, the 6-hole hitter into the box. Klein has come back from bases loaded, nobody out, to striking out 2 straight. Bases loaded, 2 away. They'll bring the infield back just to get it out. It's got to get it out somewhere. Klein looks the runner at second. No, looks the runner at third. The pitch. Check swing held up. Did Adam Smith. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Indians sticking with that giant gap in left center field. The 1-0. Fastball off the corner, strike 1. Caught the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On Smith, batting 182. Through 3 games for the Lancers, a 1-1-1 record. The pitch. Swinging a high pop up into right. Shallow right, Gabe James going out, calls off the right fielder Halsey, and he makes the catch, and the Indians do a tightrope dance and get out of a bases loaded, no out situation. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 3 men left on base for the Lancers in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first inning, Lancers nothing, Indians coming up for the first time. This is Indy Baseball on the Indian Sports Network, presented by Misty Wibbles Law.
Your home is everything to you, and we know that. The law office of Misty L. Webbles is your hometown hero when it comes to managing your home and belongings. Practicing in estate planning, estate and trust administration, and real estate and guardianship, Misty's law office's goal is to protect you and your family. After graduating from McKendree and St. Louis University, Misty Webbles has worked in Mascoutah for years and knows the importance of our community. Don't let anyone else handle your family. Trust Mascoutah, trust Misty Webbles.
Part of the first inning, the Indians lineup will look like this. Nolan Liebert leads off, playing second base, playing shortstop. Gabe James plays second, playing second base. Darren Klein, the third-hole hitter, he's the pitcher. Carson Mall bats fourth in the catcher spot. Nathan Walker will bat fifth and play left field. David Schulte bats sixth and plays center. Mason Bennett will bat seventh and play third base. J.J. Apps bats eighth at first. And John Halsey rounds out the order for the Indians and bats ninth and plays right field. Reed Newmayer on the mound for the Lancers of Belleville East. One start on the year, picked up 4 innings of work, gave up 2 earned runs his last time out. 4 runs, 2 of those earned. Had no strikeouts, 3 walks as Nolan Liebert swings at the first pitch and sends it to right field, and that'll be an out. Caught by Nasir Fayers in right field. 1 gone, 1 pitch, 1 out for the Indians in the first. And the batter will be Gabe James. So Gabe James is the batter for the Indians. And what a start to his first varsity season he is having. Batting .700 through the first 4 games of the regular season. 4 RBIs and a double. And having a great start to his regular season. And the first pitch to him is an off-speed pitch in for a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Lindemann. For the Lancers, it's Gartland, Dixon, and Fayers in the outfield from left to right. Gray, Smith, Cates, and Briscoe. As that's a swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Bobbled it short by Smith. And no throw to first or an E6. How to bring up Darren Klein. Excuse me for the confusion. Yeah, it is Briscoe, number 25. Cale Briscoe at first base for the Lancers. Lindemann sets up behind the catcher. So Darren Klein will go to the batter's box. The runner at first. Reach on an error. Klein batting .333 through 3 games. Runner at first. Nobody out. Or 1 away. Newmayer, left-handed batter, fires to first, try to pick off James, not in time. James back standing up at first base. Again, Klein .333 the average on the year. And then Newmayer comes set, fires the first pitch to Klein, and that's in for a strike, 0-1. Nobody on, 1 runner on, 1 runner out. On the bottom of the first inning, no score here in Mascoutah. Indians got out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation to the top half of the inning. The 0-1 decline. Lays off a pitch off the outside corner, ball 1. Lancers, like the Indians, giving right-handed batters a lot of room in right center field. Takes some ball the opposite way. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Klein. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Carson Mall waits on deck. Off to a good start on the year as well. Newmayer looks the runner. The pitch. Up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on the Indians pitcher, Darren Klein. Two balls, 2 strikes. Newmayer's delivery of the 2-2. Fastball, high and away for a ball, 3-0. 3-2 rather. And Klein with a good count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. James leaks his lead off first base. Newmayer, a quick worker already on the rubber, looking for his sign. James off first, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, the pitch. James runs. Next pitch is swung on this by Klein. Throw to second, not in time. James steals the bag at second. That's the first stolen base of the year for James. First strikeout of the game for Newmayer as Klein goes down swinging. And Carson Mall will come to the batter's box with 2 out to the runner at second. Trying to take an early lead here in this one. So nobody on. So runner at second, 2 outs. Mall with a double, 5 RBIs on the year through 3 games, batting .500. And has yet to strike out. He's walked 3 times. First pitch from Newmayer is a little bit down and in, ball 1. No balls in the strike. No, 1 ball, no strikes on Mall. The pitch. Fastball off the outside corner. Ball 2-0. A lot of room in that right center field for Mall. James takes his lead off second. Mall trying to get his 6th run batted out of the year through what now be 4 games. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way. Newmayer kicks and deals. Swinging a shot in the left field. That's going to travel the left fielder back. That ball's going to get down. It's going to go up. 1 hop up against the wall. James will come around third and score. Mall will try it into second, standing up, and they get into the 1-0 lead. RBI double for Mall. His second double, 6th RBI. And the Indians start this one with a 1-0 first inning lead. Quinn Ford will go out to courtesy run for Mall. Now to bring up Nate Walker, who had a home run on Monday in Centralia, his first of the year. So 2 outs, runner at second base is Quinn Ford, but also Carson Mall. Walker ready to pitch for Newmayer on the lefty, and the pitch is a strike in the outside corner. Lefty here, Newmayer to Walker in the 5 holes tonight. Batting .364 with a home run, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles through his first 3 games of the year. Starting to playing every day for this Indians ball club. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. That's going to get into right field, a base hit. They're going to wave Ford around. The ball gets through the right fielder, fares, and goes behind him. Walker's going to round second. He's going to get on his way to third. And he's going to go sliding in there safely, and the Indians with a 2-0 lead. It's an RBI. It's an RBI single and an error. It's an RBI single and an error for Walker. He ends up at third, 2 away. David Schulte comes to the plate. Quinn Ford, fast Carson Mall come in to score. 2-0 Tribe. David Schulte, out of the left-handed batter against the left-handed Fairs, takes up and in. He gets hit. And he'll go to first base and put runners at the corners. So it's 2-0 Tribe. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And the batter now will be Mason Bennett. And we're going to get a mound visit here from the Belleville East coaching staff. So 2 outs, Mason Bennett will step to the plate, another right-handed hitter. And he'll face Newmayer. Runners out the corners, 2 outs. 2 errors have occurred in the inning. Bennett, a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Newmayer. Takes a strike down at the knees, and the count 0-1. No balls and a strike. Bennett batting .500 with 2 runs batted in, and he's got Walker leading off third and a chance for another. The 0-1 checking the runner at first, back safely. The head first dive is Schulte. Walker retreats back to third. the scoreboard, I must have been mistaken. It says 1 ball, no strikes. I'm reading it correctly. The pitch to Bennett. That's off the outside corner ball. And it's 2-0. So I was wrong. It was a ball in the first one. 2 balls, no strikes on Bennett from Newmare. 2 runs into the inning. Indians up 2-0. Runners out the corners, 2 away. Newmare ready, looks the runner, now fires back to first safely again is Schulte. Bennett digs back in, Newmare up to the mound with his toe on the rubber. A lot of room in right center for the Indian right-handed batting Bennett. Newmare comes set, works from just above the belt. Right leg goes back, kicks now the pitch. Up and away, ball 1, and an easy delayed steal.
Heads up, 3, heads up.
For David Schulte, who took a bit of a late jump, but with a runner at third, you're not going to get a throw. So runners now second and third with 2 outs. And a 3-0 count on Mason Bennett. The pitch. Half check swing and a miss. And that'll make it 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Mason Bennett. 2 runners on, nobody out. 2 runners on, 2 away. Second and third. The 3-1 for Newmare. Swinging a slow bouncer ball to third base. Coach Eddie down there at third makes the play. And immediately throws it back into the catcher, into the pitcher, Newmare. So quickly back to work. Bennett into the box. Newmare ready to pitch. And the 3-2 offering on the way. Swing and a miss. Bennett strikes out swinging. Second strikeout of the inning for Newmare. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 men left for the Indians in the bottom of the first inning. We're into the second inning. The Indians lead the Lancers 2-0. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Aspen Legal is devoted to the risk takers, to the dreamers, to the legacy builders, to the entrepreneurs who are the true engine of our economy. From Los Angeles to New York, from the U.S. to the United Arab Emirates, Aspen Legal protects and helps entrepreneurs build their own unique business legacies. From Main Street to Wall Street, Aspen Legal, for entrepreneurs.
Top of the second inning, Indians with a 2-0 lead here over Belleville East. Let's see your fares. J.J. Cates and Cardell Dixon, 8-7, 8-9 for the Lancers here in the top of the second. As the Indians try to keep their lead, down Darren Klein back to work here in the top half of the second inning. They'll go up against Fairs and Cates and Dixon. And they'll work from the stretch, working out of the belt, third base out of the rubber, and off we go, second inning. Klein's first pitch of the way is a little bit high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes on the pitch. Low, ball 1, ball 2. Klein behind the count, 2-0 on Fairs. The 7-0 hitter for the Lancers. The pitch is a bit inside for a ball, 3-0. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Klein tight-roped his way out of a 3 bases loaded, nobody out situation to the first. 2 of those base runners occurred because of errors on the infield. 3 balls, no strikes on Klein. The next offering on the way. He is in for a strike at ease. The count 3-1. Klein got a pitch back. Three balls, 1 strike. Klein ready and the pitch. Swinging a high pop up. Right side of the field. It's good, and nobody called it. Klein, Mole, and Bennett converged from the mound to the plate and third, and nobody called it, and it dropped in, so it's 3-2, and Ferris gets another chance. Klein steps back into the rubber. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gets his sign from Mole. And the 3-2 on the way. Is a strike 3 caught to the outside corner. Klein comes back to strike out Ferris, his third of the afternoon. And there's one away here in the top of the second inning, and J.J. Cates will make his way to the batter's box, the right-handed batter. And Klein, who's retired his last 4 after his first 3 reached, will face Cates, batting .200, the second baseman for this Lancer team. And the first pitch is popped foul out of play off the right, and that'll find its way back of the old soccer fields, what is now being used as a dirt. Basically being used as a dirt dumping space for the construction of the new softball baseball fields. Told today, April 15th should be the first home game on the new fields, Veterans Park. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. The 0-1 pitch rather swung on and missed for strike 2. Construction, it seems like there's more going on every day over there on the new fields. Scoreboard and video board just went up for the baseball field today. There's the 0-2 pitch to Klein. A little bit low for a ball, 1-2 on Cates. Netting should be going up later this week. And softball could potentially be practicing it as early as Friday on their field. Again, baseball was told another 3 weeks before their first game. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Here's a strike 3 caught to the inside corner. Klein strikes out another. He strikes out Cates looking. That's 2 backwards Cates here in the second inning. And that's 2 down and 4 strikeouts now in the afternoon for Klein. Now bring in Cornell Dixon. So 2 away, Cornell Dixon in center field today for the Lancers. Here's the first pitch from Darren Klein. It's a little bit low at the knee, below the knees for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Klein has his sign, now comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Liebert and James on the middle infielders playing basically on the grass, heels on the grass. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Klein. Two balls and a strike on Cornell Dixon. Klein delivers. Swinging a tip foul.
Nice pitch.
And that evens the count at 2-2. A lot of room in the right center for Dixon. Middle infielders playing heels on the grass. Bennett just behind the bag at third. Epps playing closer toward the grass at first. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Klein ready the pitch. Off speed, a little bit low, ball 3. Beautiful day for baseball here in Mascoutah. Sunny blue skies, some thin clouds above. Couldn't ask for a better afternoon. The 3-2 from Klein. Strike 3 caught to the outside corner. Klein strikes out the side looking. A 1-2-3 top of the second inning. Darren Klein with 3 straight strikeouts, all of them looking. He's got 5 in the afternoon. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Indians 2, the Lancers nothing. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Warrior Logo Wear doesn't just print gear. Since 2018, we've been helping organizations build identity, unity, and pride through high-quality branded merchandise and streamlined fulfillment solutions. Want to simplify your branded merchandise and look great doing it? Just contact us at info@warriorlogowear.com or call our number at 618-566-6864. You can also visit our location at 12 East Main Street, Mascoutah, Illinois, 62258.
Bottom of the second inning, Indians with a 2-0 lead. It'll be C.J. Epps, Sean Holsey, Nolan Liebert here in the bottom of the second inning. C.J. Epps set to lead it off against Reed Newmare. Epps come into this game with a .500 average, 3 doubles. He's driven in 5, and a good bat at the bottom of the order for the Indians. And he'll start this afternoon, and he'll start this day at the plate against the lefty Newmare. The first pitch of the inning is taken for a ball, low and away, ball 1. It's already been a good day at the ballpark. Darren Klein off to a good start after a couple of errors with a rocky start to his day. A couple of errors. He's got 5 strikeouts through 2 as C.J. Epps rockets a base hit to center field. A solid line drive to straight center field, and Klein and Epps leads off the second inning with a base hit. And leadoff man aboard for the Indians here in inning number 2. But the Indians offense, 3 hits already, 1 batter into the second. Darren Klein out there looking sharp at the mound. It's already been a good afternoon. The Indians trying to keep it going. Here's Sean Holsey, 5 at-bats to start the year, 1 for 5. That 1 hit, though, did have an RBI. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. Looks over to Coach Eddie looking for his signs. Epps leads off of first, held on by the first baseman Briscoe. 1 ball and no strikes, the pitch from Newmare. Bunt is down, bunt to third, good bunt. And the only play to first is inside, but it'll be a sacrifice. Epps to second. And the Indians execute the sac bunt to perfection. Moves Epps to second, 1 away, and the top of the order to you. Lineup card flips over for Nolan Liebert now. Flew out to right his first time. So we got the sun dancing behind a cloud here, and a bit of a sun dances now behind a cloud. Shadows and some shade overtakes the field. Newmare's first pitch of the at-bat is low in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Liebert. Again, Indians ahead, 2-0. The 1-0 to Liebert. He's in for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Indians game on Friday was canceled against DeKalb. Softball will be in action with a doubleheader Saturday against Mater Dei. The pitch. Swinging a chopper towards shortstop. That's going to get out for the glove of the shortstop, Smith. They're going to wave home Epps. The throw to the plate is up the line. Epps dives in safely at home. Throw comes near the screen. And Liebert going to go on to second. It's a 3-0 Indians. Probably going to call that a base hit for Liebert. And an RBI advancing to second on the throw home. For Liebert, his second RBI of the year. The Indians take a 3-0 lead. And Gabe James will come to the plate with one on and 1 out. And a run home here in the inning. So Gabe James reached on an error, stole a base, scored a run all in the first inning. Batting for the second time in the second inning. The first pitch from Newmayer is high, ball one. There hasn't been anybody sent down to the bullpen for East yet. And the next offering on the way. Check swing, foul tip by James. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike with one away. Newmayer looks the runner at second. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line. Hooking. It's going to land fair inside the right field line. Liebert only gets to third. He had to make sure that ball wasn't going to get caught. I didn't know if that ball was going to stay fair, but it stayed just inside the right field line, landing in front of Nasir Fairs. And so the runners will be at the corners, one away for Darren Klein. Struck out swinging his first time. One out, check on the runner, Gabe James at first, back safely. One out, runners at the corners. Darren Klein at the plate. Trying to extend the Indians' 3-run lead, help himself a little bit on the offensive side. The pitch. Up and away for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes on Klein. Newmayer ready and the 1-0. Klein taking low for a ball, 2-0. So the count 2-0 on Klein. Carson Moll in the on-deck circle. One out, runners at the corners. Infield at double play depth. The pitch from Klein. Up and away, ball 3. Klein ahead of the count, 3-0. Again, Moll on deck, and he has been red hot as of late. Had an RBI double in the double in the first inning. The pitch from Klein taken down and in, ball 4. And Klein walked on 4 pitches. They'll load the bases. And now with the bases loaded, 1 out, Carson Moll with a chance to do some real damage here at already a 3-run game. Liebert is third, James is second, Klein at first. No Brandon Klein with the varsity club today. He's down with the JV. Getting some at bats. All doubled and a run in the first inning. The first pitch to him in this at bat is swung on, line to right field. That's going to get down, base hit. 1 run is in. They'll go station to station.
Nice rip.
And it's 4-0 Indians on an RBI single from Carson Moll. Go to the opposite field that time. Drives in his second run of the day. As the Indians go station to station. Bases remain loaded, 1 away. And now Nate Walker, who had an RBI single in the first inning, and then reached the second and third on an error by the right fielder, who let it get past him. Moll's going to get the courtesy run for Moll and put his catcher's gear on. Quinn Ford at first. So now it's James at third, Klein at second, Ford at first. Nate Walker the batter against the lefty Newmayer. The pitch. Klein takes a strike in the outside corner. It is with a 4-run lead. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 4 runs on the afternoon, now 5 hits for the day. Lancers have committed 2 errors. And the 1-0 pitch on the way for Walker. Low and away, ball 1. Ball gets away from the catcher, not far enough to constitute James coming home from third. Two balls and a strike. 2 balls on Walker, the pitch. Up and in for a ball. And the count 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Walker. Bases loaded, 1 away. The pitch. Low in the dirt, taken, ball 3. So Walker ahead 3-1 now. So a 3-ball, 1 strike count, bases loaded, 1 away. David Schulte in the on-deck circle. And the pitch from Newmare. Well high, Walker is walked. And that'll bring it around it, and that'll bring it a 1 the easy way. And the Indians take a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And we might be getting a pitching, and we are going to get a pitching change now for the Lancers. 5-0 for Indians. Pitching change coming. They're going to bring out Newmare. Only an inning and a third of the work from him. We'll be right back on the Indian Sports Network.
Buddy, it's a big hit here. All right, 3. Here we go, 3.
We're at the bottom of the 2nd inning still. The Indians with a 5-run lead. New pitcher on for the Lancers is going to be Charlie Zamaron. Already appeared in the game this year. He's got an inning of work under his belt. 2 runs, 1 of those earned. And an inning of work, 2 hits allowed. He has struck out 1. Another lefty in. Now will face David Schulte, left-handed batter. And the first pitch sidearm delivery is fouled away from Schulte. So it's going to be interesting now. A bit of a sidearm delivery from this lefty. 1 out, 3 runs into the inning. Bases remain loaded. Here's the pitch to Schulte. Swinging a line drive to left center field. That's going to get down, base hit. 1 run is in. They're going to wave around Ford. Throw coming in is not nearly inside. Ford will score. Walker going to try to go to third. He'll get there. It's a 2-run single for David Schulte. And it's another RBI. The Indians with a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 7-0 bottom of the 2nd. The Indians jumping all over this Lancer pitchers. Mason Bennett, who struck out swinging his last time with 1 away, takes a pitch off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. 1 out, runners at the corners. Indians 7, Lancers nothing. A lot of room in right center field for the Indians' third baseman. The pitch from Zamaron. He is high, ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Bennett. 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high pop into center. Underneath at the center field, Newmayer, the old pitcher. Walker's going to tag and try to score. Throw to the plate. He's going to get cut off. It'll be an RBI sac fly for Bennett. Walker in to score. It's 8-0 Indians. It'll close the book. It'll close the book on Newmayer, the pitcher, who in a roundabout way did give up the 8th run because he was the guy that made the catch in center. He was out to center for the former center fielder Dixon. So an inning and a third for Newmayer. 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 8 runs, 6 earned. And he had a hit batter in there as well. CJF started this inning. Now we're going to get a balk called on Zamaron, which is going to allow Schulte to take his way, to trot his way over to second base. So the Indians, who batted around twice last game on last Thursday against Teutopolis, bat around again here in the second inning today. Zamaron comes set. There are 2 outs now. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch. Epps takes high and away for a ball. 1-0. Indians lead at 8-0 in the bottom of the second inning. They've brought home 6 in this inning. And another one standing at second base. 1-0 the count. Zamaron deals. Swinging a high piling pop up on the infield, middle of the infield. Camping underneath it is the shortstop, Smith, who makes the catch, and that ends the second inning. A 6-run, 5-hit, no error, 1 man left, bottom of the second inning for the Indians. So we head to the third inning. The Indians lead 8-0. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Warrior Logo Wear doesn't just print gear. Since 2018, we've been helping organizations build identity, unity, and pride through high-quality branded merchandise and streamlined fulfillment solutions. Want to simplify your branded merchandise and look great doing it? Just contact us at info@warriorlogowear.com or call our number at 618-566-6864. You can also visit our location at 12 East Main Street, Mascoutah, Illinois, 62258.
I'm the weird one.
Someday you'll appreciate it.
Top of the third inning, top of the order as well. Lineup card flipping over here in the third inning for the Lancers. Reed Newmayer will step to the batter's box to lead off for Belleville East. Newmayer, Gray, and Lindemann for the Lancers. Klein has retired 6 in a row. 5 of them have been strikeouts. After a rough start of the first inning, 2 errors and a single, he's had himself a pretty good afternoon. Swinging the ground ball to the right side. That's going to get into right field, a base hit. First pitch swinging from Newmayer, takes himself to right and gets a knock for the Lancers' second hit of the afternoon. And leadoff man aboard for Belleville East. So leadoff man aboard. The batter is Connor Gray. Left-handed batter, back-to-back lefties to start the inning. Double play depth on the infield. Bennett even with a bag at third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the left side. Lieber can't get it. Going down to the dive. It sneaks into left field. A base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Lancers to start the inning. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Brody Lindemann, who about right-handed. First and second, nobody out. This is basically the same scenario we had in the first inning, except Newmayer and Gray reached on errors in the first inning. This time, clean singles. Klein works from the stretch, checks his wristband. From the belt, looks for the runner at second. And the pitch. Low and away for a ball. Carson Muller to go sprawling to his belly, basically, to try to keep that ball from going by him. Did a good job, too, 1-0. Lindemann singled in the first inning. That loaded the bases. Went to right field. 1 ball and no strikes. Klein looks the runner from the belt. The pitch. Checked his swing. Did not go, according to the home plate umpire, and it's 2-0 on Lindemann. Two balls, no strikes. James holds the runner at second. Epps holds the runner at first. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Elevated a fastball. And 2 balls and a strike to count. Time is called by the umpire. Klein looks the runner, the 2-1. Swinging a tapper, back to the plate. Klein, only throw to first. Nobody covered any other bag. Runners will advance to second and third. Klein able to get the out at first, so 1 away. He looks towards third and towards short. I think by the time he looked to short, there was no chance there, because he looked to second after looking to third, and by that point there was no chance, but he saw the out at first, so he got that one. And now the batter is Logan Walter. Runners at second and third, 1 away, top 3. As some cloud cover starts to settle in, temperature starting to cool down a little bit. And the pitch is swung on, hit the air, fairly deep to center. Schulte backing up, he's there to make the catch. Tagging and coming home to score is Newmayer. Going to third base and getting there safely is Connor Gray. It's a sac fly RBI for Logan Walter. And it's 8-1. Lancers are on the board. So that'll put a runner at third, 2 outs. Angus Gartland the batter. And the first pitch is chopped to the left side and foul. No balls and a strike, the count on Gartland. Indians 8, Lancers 1. Infield just looking for an out. Everybody just kind of looking for an out at this point, trying to keep this to a 1-run inning. And the Indians put up 6 in the second on the bottom half of the scorecard. The pitch. He's lowered away for a ball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Klein from the belt. Ready in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the left side. Dodged the diving Mason Bennett into left field. Bennett dove to his left. It got by him, and it's an RBI hit for Gartland, and the Lancers have a 2-run inning, and it's 8-2. 4th RBI of the year for Gartland. He's 1 for 2 today, and it brings in Adam Smith. So the Lancers trail now. The lead is down to 6, 8-2. Adam Smith. against Darren Klein with a runner at first. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit to short. That one past the diving Nolan Lieber into left center field. The left side of the infield has gotten dirty today, but it seems like they haven't come up with anything. And it's first and second with 2 away. And the batter is Nasir Fairs. So 2 on, 2 out, 2 runners into the inning. Runners at first and second. Klein checking his wristband. Comes set at the belt. And checks back the runner at second to get back to the bag. Let's go, Mascoutah! And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Fairs. 0-1. Here's the next pitch low and away, ball 1. Ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Swinging a looping line drive, foul down the right field line. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Nasir Fairs. The pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Klein checks his wristband. Indians leading 8-2. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Swinging a line drive that's going to be over the head of a jumping Nolan Lieber into left center field. Coming around third to score, Angus Gortland to second, Adam Smith. Nasir Fair with an RBI hit. And it's 8-3. So it's 8-3. Coach Voss going to run out of the mound and have a conversation with his pitcher. So Voss walks back to the mound after his conversation. So the batter now is J.J. Cates. 3 runs into the inning. It's 8-3. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Klein still trying to get through an inning. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center. David Schulte, though, has this one at his chest, and that ends the inning. 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors, 2 men left for the Lancers in the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd. Indians 8, Lancers 3. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your dream home is just around the corner with Capital Construction Homes, LLC. Quality finishings, skilled craftsmanship, and innovative design are all within reach here in your hometown. Capital Construction Homes, LLC's custom home building has clients become family with our excellent customer service and care. Serving your community since 1994, experience luxury with Capital Construction Homes, LLC.
Bottom of the third inning, the Indians lead 8-3. Sean Holsey and Nolan Liebert gave James the lead off for the Indians here in the third. Sean Holsey had a sac bunt in the second inning, and he'll step up to lead off here in the third. The Indians had 6 runs come home in the second. The Lancers responded with 3 of their own at the top of the third inning. First pitch of the inning is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Excuse me, taken for a ball, 1-0. Charlie Zamarone. Sidearm lefty here for Belleville East, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. Holsey has not officially recorded an at-bat today, the pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swinging a carp ground ball, but foul down the third base line. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Holsey. And the 2-2. Check this swing, held up. It's full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Indians' right fielder. A lot of room in the right center. Zamarone near the windup and the 3-2. Foul tipped and stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes, 8-3. The pitch, Holsey takes inside. No, takes called strike 3 in the inside corner. First strikeout coming out of the bullpen for Zamarone. And the lineup card flips over for Nolan Liebert. So 1 away, nobody out. 1 away, and the batter Nolan Liebert, who swings it to ground ball left side into left field, a base hit. So Liebert attacking early. He has his second hit of the day. As he hit a ground ball to the left side. That's something that's been plaguing him on the defensive side of the game. And does it right back to the left side of the infield for Belleville East. So 1 out. Gage James up to the plate. And he's 1 for 2. Then reached on an error and has a single. And he's scored 2 runs. It's 8-3. Indians on top. Zamarone was yet to give up a run of his own. Fires the first pitch to James, who takes a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 of the way, check back over to first. And back safely. No balls, 1 strike on James. The pitch, swinging a pop foul out of play off the right. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes on the Indian second baseman. Came into this game batting .700 in his first 3 games at a varsity level for the Indians. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. 0-2 on the way from Zamarone. From the stretch, the pitch. Fouled it straight back, stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Zamarone works from the stretch. Glove on his right leg, ball on his left, now comes together at the belt. Left-handed pitcher, the 0-2. Swinging a shot of the air, right center field. Chasing the center fielder, Newmayer back. He's going to go, he's going to make the catch up against the wall in right center field. James gave that one a ride, but it takes a short flight. Back to first goes Liebert, and now Darren Klein, who has struck out and walked yet to put the ball in play tonight. Liebert at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch to Klein. Takes off the inside corner, ball 1. One ball and no strikes on Klein, the pitch. Swing and a miss. One ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Klein swings, hits a fly ball in the air, center field. Back goes Newmayer. Back he goes. That ball is going to go up against the wall. They're going to wave Liebert around from first. He's going to get home easily. And it's an RBI double for Darren Klein. And the Indians with a 9-3 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Klein pounded that ball to straightaway center field. One hop to the wall. And the Indians with a 9-3 lead on their,
Hit it hard, keep it up.
on their now 9th hit of the game. 9 runs, 9 hits now for the Indians in this one. Carson Mall coming to the plate. And he's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a double and a single. His home run and a triple away from the cycle, the 2 hardest guys to get for the cycle. If you could get one here. 2 outs though with a runner at second. And Mall takes a strike in the outside corner. 0-1. Klein takes his lead off second. He'll be held by J.J. Cates. Serrano comes set the pitch. Swinging a line drive into left field, base hit. Eddie's going to wave around Klein. The throw coming home will be 1 hop in late. Mall with an RBI hit, and the Indians double digits. It's 10-3. Carson Mall, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Have a day. Carson Mall, 3 for 3, a double, 3 runs batted in. And the Indians have a 10-3 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Nate Walker will come to the plate. He's one for 1 with a walk, with 2 RBIs, a walk and a run scored. And we're going to get a timeout here from Coach Eddie. So now Walker ready to go to work. Zamarone, pitch in the dirt, nearly got away. Ford, who was courtesy running for Mole, scrambles back to first. So 1 ball, no strikes on Walker. Came into the game hitting .364 with a home run, 4 RBIs. That average has certainly gone up. He's now got 6 RBIs. 1 ball, no strikes on the Indian left fielder. The pitch takes a strike in the outside corner, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Cimarron looks to the runner, now fires. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Tough spot for a lefty to hit, especially when it comes side on. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Indians 10, Lancers 3. Cimarron comes set from the belt. Looks at the runner and the 1-2. Swinging a shot to left center field. That ball is going to be off the glove of the left fielder, Garland. Ford will go to second, or go to third. Walker will run and slide into second. Garland, it went right off his glove. And it's second and third with 2 outs. David Schulte come to the plate. He had an RBI single to left his last time. And we're going to get what looks like potentially another pitching change here for Belleville East. A 10-3 lead for the Indians. 2 runners on base. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Hey guys, what's up? Today, I'm back with another video. I'm gonna teach you guys how to throw football. Whoa. That was hard to watch. Not only the audio is bad, but the video quality too. If your internet looks like this, look no further. Whisper Internet is the best internet provider in Mascoutah, Illinois, and beyond. So switch today. If interested, head down to 9711 Fuster Road, Mascoutah, Illinois, or call at 1-800-765-7772. Whisper. Service is our passion. Internet is what we do.
Bottom of the third inning, new pitcher for Belleville East. Cornell Dixon was not pitched to the game in 2026. So his first appearance comes in a 10-3 game. The Indians lead by 7. David Schulte to lead off, right-handed pitcher. First righty of the game, First righty of the game to throw for Belleville East. And they'll face the lefty David Schulte, who runners on second and third. First bit of the at-bat on the way, and it's up and away for a ball, 1-0. Ford off third, running from Mall. Walker takes his lead off second base. The 1-0 on the way, swinging a fly ball to right. That's going to hang in the air, but it's going to chase the right and center fielders back into the sun, but the catch is made by Newmayer in center. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 men left for the Indians in the bottom of the third inning. We go to the fourth, 10-3 Indians. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
My team and I are independent financial advisors that help families with their investment, retirement, and wealth management goals. Our mission is to provide premier financial services. Community financial advisors assist clients in making educated decisions about their future by providing a wide range of financial and investment planning services.
To contact your local financial advisor, Matt Schroeder, call 618-607-8066. For any additional information, visit communityfinancial.com.
Darren Klein still down for the Indians as we go to the fourth inning. The Indians have an 8-3 lead as we go to the inning number 4. Klein will have 9-1-2 due up here in the top of the fourth inning. After 2 scoreless, the Lancers got 3 in the third. Indians had 2 in the first, 6 in the second. They've tacked on 2 more just now in the bottom of the third inning. And now Darren Klein will go back to work against the 9-1-2 top of the order for the Lancers. Carnell Dixon, who was just brought back, who exited the game for Zamarone, the pitcher, came back into the game now to pitch, and he's up for the second time in this game. And the first pitch of his at-bat, he is taken for a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Klein able to work out of his modified windup, shortened windup, instead of straight from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Liebert rather on a couple of hops has it. Throw to first in time. 1 away here on the top of the fourth inning. It'll flip the lineup card over. And Reed Newmayer will call the batter's box with 1 away. Newmayer today has reached on an error, was left stranded at third of the first inning. Had a single to right in the third, came in to score on an RBI sac fly from Logan Walter. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the fourth inning. Indians and the Lancers of Belleville East, 10-3 Indians. Darren Klein works from the belts and the first offering of the inning. Swinging a line drive to the right field, that's going to get down for a base hit. Third time that Newmayer's been on base, second hit of the afternoon. He's 2 for 3. And that'll bring up Connor Gray. It's been the top of the order that's given Klein the most issues today. 4 of the now 7 hits have come from the first 3 batters in the order. Noah Gray 1 for 2 with a single and a reach on an error. And the first pitch to him is swung on, lifted to the air, right center field, holds the over. He will not make the catch. It drops in. Score that, most likely a single. I don't think it touched anybody's glove or anything. So score a base hit into right. And with first and second, 1 away, the batter now Brody Lindemann, who's 1 for 2. Bounce back to the pitcher in the third at a base hit to right in the first inning. First and second, 1 away. Klein looks his wristband, now puts his glove back on his hand, rubs up his baseball. Ground ball could get out of the inning with a double play. 1 out, top of the fourth. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One ball, no strikes. Klein works from the belt, and the offering on the way is down and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Klein looks at his wristband for the numbers for the sign. And the 1-1 of the way, swinging a high pop fly into shallow center. 3 fielders converging on it. David Schulte calls the baseball, and he makes the catch. Out number 2 here in the fourth. So there's 2 outs. And now Logan Walter will make his way to the batter's box. He'll bat left, he'll bat right-handed. A sac fly RBI in the third that got the Lancers on the board. Wind starting to really pick up here in Mascoutah. On a beautiful night for baseball. The pitch from Klein, swinging a slow bouncing ball up the middle. It's going to get to Liebert. He'll get to the bag at second and get the force there. So a 6 unassisted fielder's choice ends the inning for the Indians. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left for the Lancers in the fourth. They go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Indians 10, Lancers 3. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Rinsing Ag Solutions owner Andrew Rinsing puts his many years of agricultural experience to work. We serve neighbors, friends, and family who we are honored to call customers. We employ a business model that prioritizes farmers. We are able to offer premium products at the lowest possible prices. We also offer drone and ground rig spraying services for farmers and sell Pioneer seeds. To learn more about Rinsing Ag Solutions, visit our website, rinsingagsolutions.com.
Part of the fourth inning, Indians 10, Lancers 3. Indians on top of Belleville East. Mason Bennett, C.J. Epps, Sean Halsey for the Indians in the bottom of the fourth inning. 10 runs on 11 hits for the Indians here this evening. Mason Bennett will lead off. The first pitch of the at-bat is swung on, hit the air, foul down the line and left. And an 0-1 start to the inning. No balls and a strike on Mason Bennett. A lot of room for the Indian third baseman in right center field. And he swings the next pitch and hits it in the air on the infield. Camping under it is Smith, the shortstop, and he's there to make the catch. Cornell Dixon now as we've gotten 2 outs in this game. C.J. Epps will go to the batter's box. Dixon got the final out of the third, gets Bennett to start the fourth inning. And now he'll have to deal with C.J. Epps, who is 1 for 2 with a single to center and a pop-up to the shortstop. Dixon out of the wind, right-hander deals to the right-handed batting Epps, swinging a pop-up into shallow left, not fairly deep left field. The outfielder going back, looking up, that ball's to the wall, it is gone! C.J. Epps with a solo home run to left. And the Indians take an 11-3 lead. First of the year. I misjudged that one off the bat. I thought that was on the infield of the air. It got deep into the air. It kept on going. And Gartland eventually got to the wall and looked right up to see it over the fence. First home run of the year for C.J. Epps, second for the Indians of the team. Here's a line drive down the line in left field. That is going to be a foul ball off the bat of Sean Halsey. Would have had extra bases if he kept it fair. Indians with an 11-3 lead. 1-out home run off the bat of C.J. Epps. No balls and a strike on Sean Halsey. The pitch. Breaking ball, low and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to get lined and caught by the pitcher, Dixon. Halsey smashed that baseball, but it went right back up the middle. Dixon, in a defensive move to put his glove up, found it right for a nice little pearl right there in his glove, and there's 2 away. So 2 away for Nolan Liebert. And the pitch now to Liebert is taken away, ball 1. pitch to Liebert is in for a strike. One ball and one strike. The pitch on the way to Liebert is away for a ball, 2-1. 2 outs, 2 balls and a strike on Liebert. 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and RBI. He scored 2 runs. And the next pitch on the way is taken low for a ball, 3-1. Three balls and a strike on Nolan Liebert. Dixon's pitch is taken off outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk will bring up Gabe James, who's 1 for 3. And the Indians aren't done yet here in the 4th inning. Leading 11-3, bottom of the 4th. And we're going to get a visit to the mound from one of the coaches from East. They're going to go to the bullpen. This 11-3 Indians, this is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
The Lake of the Ozarks awaits. LOZ Vacations is your one-stop shop for your next Great Lake escape. LOZ Vacations offers beautiful lakefront homes with pools, docks, and more. Rediscover the Lake of the Ozarks, boating, hiking, caves, swimming, and more. Find more information at lozvacations.com or call the number on the screen.
New pitcher in for Belleville East, Gabe Turner. Has not pitched the game this year in his first appearance of 2026. We're coming in an 11-3 game. Gabe James to lead off for the, well, not lead off, but it'll be the first batter he faces for the Indians. Turner ready, works from the stretch. Runner at first is Holsey, the pitch. That's high, or excuse me, is Liebert, and the pitch is high, ball 1 to James. Indians 11, Lancers 3. James is 1 for 3, has scored twice, reached on an error in the first. The 1-0 on the way. Swinging a high pop-up on the shallow right. 3 guys converging on it. And it's going to drop into right field. Liebert's going to go to third. Just kept on running with 2 outs. Nobody actually touched the baseball, so it is a hit for James. And it's going to bring in Darren Klein with runners at the corners and 2 away. 2 outs for Darren Klein. Runners at first and third with 2 away. The pitch is taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way from Turner is high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lieber takes his lead off third, James off of first. Big gap in right center field. The 1-1 is taken at the letters for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Klein digging back in. Turner gets his sign. Looks back at James at first, and the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Klein swings. It's a fly ball in the air, deep to left field. Back to left fielder Gatlin turning around, and the wall is gone! Darren Klein with a 3-run homer. And the Indians lead 14-3. Darren Klein with a 3-run bomb. And it's 14-3 Indians on Klein's first home run, first RBIs of the season. And he clears the bases with 2 outs. Closes the book as well on Carnell Dixon, who gives up 2 runs earned in his inning of work. The pitch now to Carson Mole, skips in the dirt. One ball in, no strikes on Mole, and the pitch on the way is a ball a little bit low. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Swinging a slow bouncer over the head of the pitcher into center field, a base hit. So Mole puts that one into center, a chopper into center, a base hit. They'll get him a courtesy runner. 4 for 4, by the way, today for Carson Mole. He has had himself an excellent day. Quint Ford will go to hit, run for him. Now Nate Walker, who has a single, a double, a walk, a run scored, 2 RBIs. He's had himself a nice day as well. He will bat with a runner at first. Turner's first pitch on the way is high for ball 1. In the pitch, Walker takes a strike on the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. One strike, 2 outs, 4 runs out of the inning. And the pitch high to Walker, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike on Walker. He's got a lot of room in right center field for being a left-handed batter. Gray, even with a bag at third. Briscoe holds the runner at first as Ford. 2 balls and a strike on Walker. The right-hander Turner kicks and fires. Swinging a high pop up into the air, left field. Out goes the shortstop. In to make the catch is Gartland, and that'll end the inning. 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 of them homers, and a man left. 4 runs, 4 hits in the inning, 2 of them homers, and a man left for the Indians in the bottom of the 4th inning. We go to the 5th inning. The Indians could win it with 3 outs, and with 3 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, 14-3. Indians have the lead. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
From the auditorium, where we show the passion and hard work of our students,
to the classrooms, where our faculty dedicate themselves to shaping the next generation of scientists and engineers. From the weight room, where we inspire our students to be a better version of themselves, to the courts and fields where history is made and memories are saved. From representing our school to just being a part of the community, we are Mascoutah, the high school of choice.
Top of the fifth inning, Indians with a 14-3 lead over Belleville East. Angus Gartland takes the ball high 1-0. Nolan Lieber into the game to pitch for the Indians here in this one. Trying to close out what could be a mercy rule, 10-run rule. What could be a 10-run rule win for the Indians. Lieber pitching in his second appearance, first out of the bullpen. Here's a shot to left field off the bat of Gartland, deep to left field. That ball's going to get up, and now it's going to land foul. Lieber, his first appearance came on Monday, or excuse me, came last week on Thursday. Had a 3-inning performance, gave up 4 hits, gave up 2 runs, 1 of them earned, struck out 4. In his 3 innings of work last week on Thursday last week. Coming out of the bullpen, trying to pick up a victory, trying to secure a 10-run rule victory tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. They need new baseballs at home plate. So catcher Carson Mall goes over to grab some, or maybe not. 2 balls and a strike. The count remains on Angus Gartland, who has a single, a run scored, and an RBI today, 1 for 2. He struck out of the first inning. The line for Darren Klein today, 4 runs, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts. He gave up 3 runs. Pitch from Lieber is a little bit high, ball 1, ball 3. Next pitch is swung on, tapped back to the mound. Lieber has it. The throw to first is in time, and there's 1 out. So 1 gone here in the 5th inning. One away for Adam Smith, who's 1 out of 2. And a base hit to left field in the 3rd. The first pitch to him is a pitch off the outside corner, 1-0. And the 1-0 on the way. Fastball off the outside corner, a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith came into the game batting 182. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, right side of the infield. Foul territory, C.J. Epps calls for it, has it, 2 away. So 2 down, top of the 5th inning. The Indians are an out away from a victory and a 10-run rule in a 14-3 fashion. And they're going to get a substitution here for Belleville East. They'll bring in number 3. That is Grant Stelwag. So Nasir Fairs, who was in this spot, was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Now it's Stelwag trying to get on base to keep this one alive for the Lancers. And the first pitch off the outside corner of ball 1-0. Next pitch, a little bit outside again, 2-0. A lot of room in the right center for the right-handed batting Stelwag. Epps a little bit off the bag at first. Bennett behind the bag at third. The pitch. Strike one call to the inside corner. 2-1 the count now on Stelwag. Liebert trying to pick up and secure a victory. The 2-1 on the way from the Indian senior. Swing a foul tip into the glove of Maul, and the count 2-2. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the here at the top of the fifth inning, and the Lancers down to their final strike. The pitch is a little bit outside a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the offering on the way. Swinging a foul off to the right. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Indians are not away from a 10-run rule victory and a 14-3 win to start the season, to start 4-0 on the year. Liebert into the windup and the pitch. A little bit low and away, ball 4. And that'll bring the potential game continuing run to the plate. In the form of Braylon Adams, who's going to be a substitution for J.J. Cates. Excuse me, Cooper Van de Voorde is the new batter. Well, that, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled away. So Cooper Van de Voorde, the batter. No balls and a strike on the first pitch, foul. Grant Stelwag leads off of first. No balls and a strike. Pitch from Liebert is a strike 2 on the inside corner. And again, the Lancers down to their final strike of the night. Again, the 3-2 inside. Here's the next pitch, foul tipped off the glove of Maul. So the Lancers stay alive for one more batter. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild, top 5. Indians are not away from a win. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Off the mound comes Liebert. Bennett gloves it, throws the didn't have a play at first. So it's an infield single. And the game will continue, and now the game continuing run is standing at first base for Belleville East. It'll bring up the new pitch. It'll bring up the pitcher Gabe Turner. And the first pitch is a ball. One ball and no strikes. Top of the order is up next. Ground ball to third, off the glove of Mason Bennett. Into left field, a base hit. Or it's going to be an error. They'll hold the runner at third. And now, the game continuing run stands at second base. And the top of the order, Reed Newmayer will come to the batter's box. 2 outs, bases loaded. Liebert got the first 2 outs, walked Stelwag, Gave up an infield hit to Van de Voorde on a ball that Mason, on a chopper that Bennett had no play on at third, and then an error on Bennett. Will bear the bases, the pitch. Newmayer takes a ball high, 1-0. A lot of room up the middle to the right of second base. Infield looking for an out anywhere they can get one. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball up and away, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. 14-3 Mascoutah. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Center field. Schulte is back. He's going to camp under it, and he's going to make the catch to end the ball game. There's a bit of a confusion. Look, at people knew it was a ball game. People kind of looked like it was the end of the inning. But it is indeed the end of the inning. And the top of the top of the 5th inning, the no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 men left for the Lancers. Your final score tonight, 14-3. We'll be back with the final totals in a moment. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
The Lake of the Ozarks awaits. LOZ Vacations is your one-stop shop for your next Great Lake escape. LOZ Vacations offers beautiful lakefront homes with pools, docks, and more. Rediscover the Lake of the Ozarks, boating, hiking, caves, swimming, and more. Find more information at lozvacations.com or call the number on the screen.
Your final score tonight, 14-3. The Indians win this one in a very fun and exciting afternoon. The Indians were up. The Indians got 2 runs in the 1st inning, tacked on 6 in the 2nd. In the 3rd inning, the Lancers tacked on 3 more of their own. The Indians responded with 2 in the 3rd, and then 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, including his home runs from C.J. Epps and a 3-run shot from Darren Klein, who was also today's winning pitcher. Klein going 4 innings of work, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, gave up 3 runs. Today's losing pitcher, Reed Newmayer, an inning and a 3rd, 6 hits, 6 runs, 8 runs, 6 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a hit batsman. For the Beverly's Lancers this afternoon, they had 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and left 10 runners on base. The Indians today, 14 runs, 14 base hits, had 3 defensive errors, and left 6 runners on base. Again, Darren Klein, your winning pitcher, his 2nd win of the year, 2-0, and Reed Newmayer is the losing pitcher. A game that started at 4:38 this afternoon, ended at 6:28, so 1 hour and 50-minute ball game. Again, big thanks to everybody who joined us tonight. Can't wait for this one. We don't have a broadcast for a little bit, actually. Not a baseball broadcast for a while. Unable to make the game next Friday at 4:30. But we do have a softball doubleheader coming your way Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. As the girls will most likely be playing at Chevy Park, but they will play that game at Chevy Park or in Mascoutah. And we will carry that game for you on the Indian Sports Network. So girls softball meets the Indian Sports Network airwaves this week. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Hope you can join us for an afternoon of softball. For now, my name is Owen Jester. Again, your final score, 14-3. We thank everybody for joining us, and we will see you Saturday for softball.